Petersburg Steelers. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Entering screen, resume. Depth chart. Entering depth chart screen 1. Dub FB selected. WR selected. Slot 6. Slot 4. Slot 6. Slot 4. Slot 3. Player position age acceleration 90. Entering coaching screen depth chart. Entering cancel.
The Raven defense going to call a timeout.
Online
They'll
game.
have 2
Cancel.
remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 22, Brady. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
7-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Brady now to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
At the 39-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, Mike
From the gun, it's Brady. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How are they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Johnson on the carry.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 17-yard line. A big run there by Johnson. 59 yards.
A gain of 50.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Jackson will look to throw it. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
From 8 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Here's Brady. He finds his target, Fuller. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
To the fullback.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Brings up.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. Now Jackson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
And a Raven 1st down.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Second and 3 at the 29-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Carl Lawson on the tackle. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
This is Mostert. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Brady now on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson, he'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
third down and 10 yards to go.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Taken from about the 12. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
Entering coaching screen depth chart. Entering cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel. Entering cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for Parker that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Is good. Makes the score Ravens 21. Steelers nothing.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Shotgun now for Brady. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Good. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Sugar. There you go. Watch out.
Now Brady again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
A gain of 5.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display.
You go tight. Hey, Alabama. You got tight right there. Hey, check it.
They do go for it. It's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
At their own 37-yard line.